Greetings, citizens of the internet. I'm Static Buzz. Oz is with me, and this is the Gaming Watch weekly show for this is number 9 for August 26, 2019. Hey Oz, how you doing over there? What games you been playing so far this week?
So this week I did a return to Dragon Age Origins, and the videos have been coming out. I've been releasing about one a day, and then I finally took the dive into going back to Red Dead Redemption 2. So I've got videos in the pipe for that as well. Hopefully, going to cover that a little bit more, and then maybe go on to the online side and show that. Because I really don't think that gets a lot of footage. So
No, I don't see too many people covering that unless they stream it. But
yeah.
So myself, I've been playing some Trails of Cold Steel. That's
Yep.
like the
All
series I'm
that.
putting out. Rocket League's like always. I'm always playing Rocket League. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
I got back into some Diablo 3 today, and I'll discuss that more a little
Nice.
bit why later. And I've also been playing Remnant from the Ashes, which is not the game that I thought it was. I thought it was a game where you went to like hubs and you had like hordes coming at you, and it was like a horde wave game. But it's not
Yep.
like that at all. It's more like a Dark Souls with guns, and you can have up to
Oh.
3 people in the game with you at all times. Well, 2 people with you, so 3 people total. And
Okay.
it's a lot more interesting than I thought it was going to be. It is not easy to play solo, so get some friends or play in a public match. But it's a definitely interesting game, and it's I think $40. So if you're into like Dark Souls and you want something a little different, then maybe check it out.
Sounds good. Might have to take a look at that.
Yep, yep. So, what do we have on tap for this show today, tomorrow, and whatever you watch it? So, PewDiePie reaches a new high. What would that be? You'll find out. Minecraft adds bees. Diablo 3 Season 18 starts. That's why I've been playing it. Blizzard open WoW Classic despite possible server overcrowding issues.
Yep.
Cyberpunk's map is not as large as we thought it was. The Sims 4 adds magic. Game announcements from gamescon and more. So I think the first and most, I don't know if it's interesting, but it's probably the one that deserves the most credit and congratulations to PewDiePie. He reached 100 million subscribers like yesterday.
That's amazing.
So it's crazy. He's the
Mm-hmm.
only solo YouTuber, like one person's YouTube channel, to reach 100 million subs. The only other channel that's done it is an Indian music channel, T Series, but he's the first solo person to do it. That is crazy.
Definitely. Definitely.
And a lot of that's done by his fans. They go out and they get people to sub to PewDiePie. You see it in like forums and all kinds of weird places, and you'd be like, you wouldn't think that that works. You know, are you gonna put sub to PewDiePie in like an NFL forum? You wouldn't think that it would help, but obviously, 100 million subscribers, you can't argue with
No,
the
no.
method.
And last I saw, he was doing some Minecraft stuff. So
Yeah, I guess he got back into Minecraft recently. He had a tweet, or somebody had a tweet. He got married, got back into Minecraft, had a million subs. It was like a checklist. So he refound his love for Minecraft, which okay.
uh,
Uh, Speaking of Minecraft, you want to go into that one? Nice
sure.
segue.
So yeah. So it looks like Minecraft with the Java update coming up. It is update 1.15. They're bringing bees to the game, so there are going to be bees floating around, pollinating flowers and making honey, and you can harvest said honey. The bees are non-aggressive, but will fight you if you decide to pick a fight with them.
Do
It's
they hive attack or just like one?
honestly, I let me see here. It
They
looks
might
like they
not
might.
say.
I don't think it quite says, but they might.
I'm gonna have to find out.
Yeah. See, I'm not a Minecraft player, but I found it interesting because all of a sudden they killed the Mega Block patch and then shunted everything over to the graphics card side. And then all of a sudden, oh, we got bees and stuff coming out. So it sounds like they're going to get some background stuff slowly coming into the game. So I found that to be a little interesting.
That's what they said when they said that by getting rid of the super duper graphic pack and offloading that workload, they are now able to put resources into stuff like this. So
Yes.
maybe we'll see a lot more content coming to Minecraft, which is crazy to think. How old is this thing, you know? And getting
It's
bees.
Yeah, it's pretty old now because I remember I was after I got out of the military, I was in college and I was taking one of my IT classes. The guy next to me was playing Minecraft while we were in class, and I was like, "What is this? Oh man, it's great!" And I'm like, "The graphics are horrible. What's the point?" And then all of a sudden, it's this big thing, and I'm like, "I guess I just don't get it." And I've dabbled in it a little, but it's just not. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah,
Not my thing.
it's I play with my kids when they want to play it, which has been a while. My son wanted to play it this weekend, and I was like, "No, I'm not in the mood." It was like late Friday night. I'm like, "I'm too tired for that. You want me to fall asleep?" Yeah, then I'll play it. But what I find interesting is they say nests spawn naturally throughout the world, and if bees
Yep.
complete a circuit from flower to nest, the
Yep.
honey level will increase until it reaches level 5. So
Yes.
the honey level is going to go up. So you can get better
Yes.
honey if you let them go back and forth
S-
more often. That's
yeah, and it sounds like if they get mad, you can blow smoke at them to calm them down. You know, I don't know. It sounds like they might be taking it in the right direction.
Yeah, they're going to be adding a lot of cool things. I think it's
I might have to jump into it just to see. Um,
well. Let me know if you do because I have it on just about every platform, so we can jump in there. All
will
right,
do.
so the next story is Diablo 3 Season 18 starts. And I started
Yes.
Demon Hunter, and I'm in my mid 30s. So on August
Okay.
23rd, Season 18 started and introduced the Season of the Triune, or however you want to say that.
Okay.
A callback to ancient cult forged over the 3 millennia age ago by the prime evils of the burning hells. So
Okay.
basically, what happens is, there's that ring that when you kill things, it has a chance to drop that circle that does extra damage in it. So
Mm-hmm.
there's three that randomly drop circles that drop after kills, and they have different colors. And so, like,
Okay.
there's a triune of love that gives 100% damage. There's a triune of
Wow.
determination that you receive 50% discount on resources spent, and a triune of creation, which basically heals you. Wait, that says cooldown, but there's one that actually heals you. So I'm wondering
Okay.
if they changed this or something. Because I was in it, and there's a green one that heals you, but I don't see that in here. Huh? Who knows? But definitely, Diablo 3 is a game that I like to play, and I'm gonna try to build up my Demon Hunter and see where I can get, and just messing around while I'm editing videos or whatnot. So
Yeah. Yeah. I've always enjoyed it. I might have to try it out because this is supposed to be the first of the new styled seasons, isn't it?
no, it's just a continuation of their theme
Okay.
seasons, but they're taking they were felt successful, I guess is the way to say it, on a couple of the last seasons, and they're trying to go off of those to see, hey, if we do things similar to this, people like it, and we're having good feedback. So they're trying to do things like this. So hopefully
Makes sense.
they'll do more. And I mean, we had the news update a week or two ago where they had the roadmap they were talking about with the new sets and everything. So they haven't given up on Diablo 3. Did you hear that one of the Path of Exile devs was talking about they have a, I think it's Exile Con or something, where they have their own convention for Path of
Hmm.
Exile, and it's like a
No.
couple weeks after BlizzCon, and he was saying that I don't remember what the reference was, but he was saying that he thought that Blizzard was going to announce Diablo 4. And since it was a few weeks before he didn't want to give away too much on what he was going to be talking about. But him just saying that he thinks that they're going to announce Diablo 4 got everybody excited. So
You're correct. It is November 16th and 17th this year.
So yeah, a couple weeks after BlizzCon, and
But it's held in New Zealand, so it's not like we'll be going down there for that.
hey man, New Zealand's got a lot of green country. Why not?
Well, hope you have a passport.
No, I don't. I'd have to get one, but you could rush one in 3 weeks. But yeah, I don't
Yes,
have.
you can.
I don't desire.
I have mine. I got to get mine done or redone. But yeah, I honestly agree that they're gonna have to announce something this year for Diablo.
And not the Diablo.
I was there. I was there.
Date.
Yeah, because I was there last year when they did the announcement for the mobile Diablo, and that was not well received at all.
No,
so,
Diablo Immortal was not well received. I am interested in it though. I'm probably one of the few.
I'll play it, but for me, that was not one of those like, oh my god, this is a great headline for BlizzCon. People wanted like another expansion. They wanted something else to do with Diablo.
I wanted Druid.
Well, that'd be great. That would be great for a Druid. I mean, even another class with another storyline. I mean, just something, but not a mobile app. I don't know. Just me.
Well, yeah, nobody really wanted that.
So, I mean, I'm glad they jumped into the mobile market, but that definitely is not a headliner.
No,
as far as I'm concerned.
Definitely not. So, speaking of Blizzard, they are going to open the WoW Classic servers after warning of severe queues at launch. You want to take that one?
Yeah, so Blizzard will be opening 4 more Classic servers hours before the launch tomorrow.
It's launching on Monday?
Monday, August 26th.
Wow, I thought it would be Tuesday.
So tomorrow it goes live, but we've been watching the news on it. There's been several overcrowding issues going on these servers, so they're gonna spool up some more of them. They have Bigglesworth for the Pacific, which is PvP, Old Blanchy normal Pacific, Westfall normal, East Coast, and then they also have a Insidious, I think that's what that one's, is PvP East. So I think they're just going to do this because of the rush of everyone going to Classic. What I think is going to happen is within, I don't know, a few months, they're going to smush again, because I just don't think the call or the demand's going to be there. I mean, everyone's going to be, oh my God, nostalgia. And then they're going to be like, oh my God, I want to slit my wrist. It takes this long to go from 1 to max level. I mean, I remember that back in the day. It took forever to grind.
If I remember right, the quest pointers were way different. And
yes, I mean, so if you're Alliance and you're down there in Stranglethorn, I mean, that was forever. And also, that's a major hub for Horde too. So if you're on a PvP server, that's going to be a lot of fun. So I don't know. But
and if they go back to how many flight paths they had back then too, because they added a lot of flight paths. Yeah,
they had to.
It'll be
so
interesting.
But the demand for it is obviously here right now, as we can see by the article, that they're spooling up several more. So I don't know. I definitely think it's, a cash cow of some sort, but I just don't know how long it's gonna.
So how is it working? I know that if you have a subscription, you don't have to pay for the subscription, but you have to pay for Classic.
I don't think so.
Or is it just included in your?
I think it's just included. I mean, I don't know why you. I don't know. Like I said, I'm not interested in going back to WoW Classic. So
let me see if I can Google this real quick. WoW Classic and then I'll just go to shopping.
A WoW Classic comes at no
Yep.
extra cost to the basic WoW subscription. So that means you and I can play it.
That means you and I probably still won't play it.
I am a little bit of a masochist, so I might go back and play it a little bit.
Oh no, say it isn't
Just a little
so.
bit, just a little bit, just a little bit, just I, you know, just a little bit. But I'm not. This isn't something I'm gonna be like, oh my god, create a guild and raid on it and all of that stuff. No, I mean, I don't know. Might roll Horde on it because I played Horde in vanilla, so might have to go survive the Baron's chat again.
You know it won't be the same. It won't be the same. You can't repeat the Baron's chat. That was.
But they're gonna try.
You think
They're
there's
gonna
going to be
try.
people to try? Oh, geez.
Yeah, why not, man? I mean, these guys
Okay.
have been screaming for WoW Classic,
We
and they've been mad. They've been mad ever since the Barons was broke up during the Cataclysm. So
yeah. We might have to go back just to see if the Baron's chat is still as horrible as it used to be.
give it a little while. It takes a while to cultivate that type of type of trollness.
Mentality.
So, yeah.
Oh man! All right, so this is going to be our first of a couple of games that was announced at GamesCon. Ghost Runner was announced at GamesCon. Enter an intense cyberpunk world and experience fierce, dynamic combat. Conquer
Cyberpunk.
your enemies in the physical world and in cyberspace. Hunt for answers in humanity's last remaining shelter. So basically, this is like a giant towering city. It's a cyber city. All the lights. It looks like that, and it's controlled by a guy called the Keymaster, and I guess he's some kind of tyrant or something. And you've got to go around and do missions and stuff. From the gameplay that I saw, what made this interesting is it's like a mix of Cyberpunk 2077. It's like Cyberpunk 2077 and Mirror's Edge had a baby, and this is what came out. So it's releasing in 2020, and we'll keep an eye on it and give you guys updates. But I just thought it was kind of an interesting thing, and the videos they had were. I mean, imagine like Mirror's Edge where you're jumping around, you're doing all your parkour, and then all of a sudden you like have your sword and you like hone in on somebody and you slash them across the throat or whatever. It was kind of like that kind of gameplay. It was really fast, really, really fast.
Sounds a little bit like that one Assassin's game that I liked where you wore that mask.
Dishonored.
Dishonored,
Yeah,
yeah.
some people have compared it kind of to Dishonored as well. So
I loved Dishonored.
actually, now that I think back, I was watching a video. They compared it to Dishonored meets Mirror's Edge, is what they kind of compared it to. So
In a world of cyberpunk.
Yeah, pretty much, pretty much.
Okay.
So speaking of cyberpunk,
Yes. So Cyberpunk 2077. The map is a little smaller than Witcher, but more dense, says the producer. So it looks like Cyberpunk 2077 has a slightly smaller map than The Witcher, but it is, of course, takes place in the city, whereas The Witcher took place mostly in the countryside. So, more space, more space is needed to go slay demons that way. Whereas in Cyberpunk, it is basically cityscape type stuff. So, it's Night City. I keep forgetting the name of the city, but it's Night City.
Night City.
So, yeah. So it basically, kind of a odd name for a futuristic city.
somebody needs to do a rock song called Night City.
Yeah. But it's like I said, it's no surprise that Cyberpunk is largely in a city, which is mostly in stretches of countryside. So, but still doesn't detract from the game at all. It's not. Looks like you're having some headset issues.
No, not really. Just adjusting.
Yeah. So, still looking forward to it. I'm not too worried about it. It's just a little bit smaller.
You would think, well, the circumference or whatever you want to call it is smaller, but it's going to
Mhm.
have the layers that The Witcher
Oh
didn't
yeah,
have.
there's going to be depth that they couldn't put into like The Witcher because it's countryside, to where you have in the city tall buildings plus jacking into the web and all of that stuff. So,
I'm
like I said,
still
it's
I'm still waiting for that one game that has like buildings that you can go into every one, you can go to every floor, every room on every build in every building. That I'm still waiting for that game. We're a ways off,
wow.
but I want that. I want to be able to
See,
GTA like 10 where you're going through and you're just busting down everybody's door and house,
that's going to
home
require like a
invasion.
lot of AI or something to randomly create that when you go in a building and go up to whatever floor in whatever room. I mean, unless you want a developer to create it and replicate it, to
I
be
want it
this.
to be handcrafted. I don't want it to
Oh,
be
okay.
automated. I want it to be handcrafted. Each room
Okay.
is so it's like a full world, and it's going to take a lot of resources. The only company I can think that
Yes.
could do that right now would be Rockstar, and I don't think they'd have a desire to do it. But if you're
No.
listening to Rockstar, do it. I'll buy like 4 copies just because.
Yeah.
I'll buy 4 copies and give 3 away.
Nice. Yeah, that would
uh,
be crazy. Yeah, I don't know. Would anybody ever go into all of them? I mean, there of course there'd be somebody on the web that would do it. So,
well, I mean, think about it. If it was online,
oh
you
god, yeah.
so GTA 7, 8, 10, whatever it is online, and you actually have apartments and you have houses, and people would live there, and you try to buy it off of them, or it becomes open on the market. You buy it just like in the real world, and you could have an apartment in the middle of the city or out in the suburbs. You could have a house or whatever. That's what I'm talking about. It'd be cool and be able to go to your neighbor's house and go in and be like, "What's up, dude? What are you watching on TV?" And I just think it'd be awesome, especially like online.
Oh yeah.
So, anyways, pipe
Hmm.
dreams aside, so the Yakuza series is being remastered for the PlayStation 4. So we've had some of the games, Yakuza Zero, Kiwami Zero, whatever it was called. Yak- the other Yakuza game that I streamed, I can't even think of the name of it. Was it Six? Was it Song of Life? I think that was it. Anyways,
Mm,
these are the ones before those that they're coming out with. So they basically have a Yakuza collection, Yakuza remastered collection that they've released. You could buy it now. It has Yakuza 3, 4, and 5. The only thing is, the only one that's unlocked right now is Yakuza 3, unlocked on August 20th. Yakuza 4 will unlock on October 29th, and Yakuza 5 will unlock on February 11th, 2020.
jeez.
So, if you like Yakuza like me, then go ahead and go check it out. If you want to grab it, grab it. I haven't played 3, 4, and 5, so yeah.
Okay.
But
Interesting.
definitely a good series with a lot of side activities. So,
Interesting.
yep. All right. So, co-op clone commandos. What is Star Wars Battlefront 2? What's this about?
So yeah, so 2 years after launch, new content is still coming to Battlefront 2. So it looks like from on there was the forums there that they have a roadmap set up for upcoming content tweaks and changes to Capital Supremacy game mode, new mods, maps, 4-player co-op, and the addition of the clone troopers. So I'm hoping at some point, if I was reading all of it right earlier, that the Republic Commando troopers would be coming from that Star Wars shooter, Republic Commando, the Delta Squad or whatever it is. Remember that one?
Yeah.
Looks like they might be coming to it. So it looks like this is a rather large um, article here, but just to kind of summarize, they're putting in some clone faction warfare. Um, it looks like they're putting in the DC-17M repeating blaster rifle, which is kind of unique and old. Commandos won't be hitting the game until September, which is kind of sad, but both the Separatist Dreadnought and the Republican, or the Republic, not Republic, Republic Ventor, I think that's what it is. I can't remember. They have a map that's being added. Um, just more tweaks. It's basically they're adding the B1 battle droids, co-op. So it's going to be big. Um,
Well, yeah, four-player online co-op mode would
yeah,
would be fun. I have that
yeah.
game on the Xbox, but haven't played it all that much because there's not the single-player campaign short. Online's
Hmm.
fun, but if you're by yourself. But
Yeah,
I was reading an article where somebody was interviewing somebody from Dice or whoever makes this EA. I don't.
Dice. Yeah, it's EA
And
and Dice.
they were talking about how they want to. They're still working on Battlefront 2. They want to make it right. They want to do the things that people expected them to do, and they want to.
Yes.
They're not just giving up on it. They're going to be
Nope.
putting some time and effort in it to try to right the ship.
Yes, and that's
And
what it looks like. Um, Looks like they're adding planets, all that stuff. So it looks like they're going to finally take it in the right direction. I was kind of standoffish with the game just due to the fact that when you first started playing it, or the first glance at it, it wasn't as I liked, of course, the Star Wars genre and all of the gameplay, but it just the loot boxiness and all that stuff really was offsetting.
oh yeah,
Um,
that was a huge ordeal at a bad time for them because loot boxes have become like a mainstream subject that people were focusing on, and they went in at the whole wrong concept for their loot
yes,
boxes because it was the way that you progressed was the loot boxes. You got better characters, you got better gear, you advanced your character's level and all those things through the loot boxes, and people were just not happy at all.
oh yeah, and that's why I kind of stayed away from it. This makes me want to try
Check it
it
out.
out. Yeah,
It's
because
fun. It's a solid game. It's just when I was playing it, it seemed like I want to say the teams were supposed to be like 20 versus 20, and it seemed like 5 to 10 people on each side were humans and the rest were AI.
really,
Yeah,
oh
it's yeah. So
yeah, I don't know. Speaking of Star Wars, did you see the Mandalorian trailer?
oh, I did. So I didn't
Mm,
know. I did not know that Disney's streaming service was going to be called Disney Plus. I knew it was
okay.
coming. I knew
Mm-hmm.
that there's rumors that if you have Hulu, that you can get both of them together at one price that'll be cheaper than both of them separate type of deal. All those things are speculation. I did not realize it was going to be called Disney Plus until I saw the Mandalorian
It looks
trailer, and I was
good.
like,
Looks.
yes, yes, and yes.
I told the wife I was like, I really don't want to give them any more money because I'm just not a Disney fan at all. But I'm like, shut up and take my money. I want to see this.
Oh, it's
So
right up your alley, Boba Fett. Come on.
it's not Boba, it's not Jenga, it's a Mandalorian. That's all you know, a Mandalorian. Because you look at his armor, that's not Boba or Django's armor at all.
Is it? I don't follow Boba that close, but it's a bounty hunter. It is a bounty hunter.
He,
That much is
he
we
is
got.
a Mandalorian, so but I don't. I mean, if you felt like the old Republic stuff, the Mandalorians are kind of like few and far between due to, the Mandalorian Wars and all of that. So, but
Okay,
yeah, I was.
it's a
Go ahead.
guy that looks like Boba Fett at least.
All Mandalorians wore similar armor. So,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
so I'm gonna pull it up real quick, and I don't think it's about Boba or Django.
Well, I wouldn't
Yeah.
know. Yeah, it's just the Mandalorian. Lando Calrissian's in it though, so
Yes.
that was
Yes.
kind of
Lando's
cool.
there. So,
And he's the older Lando. I mean, he's Lando now, so
yes.
it's
Yeah,
probably
I saw.
not Boba. Did Boba die during the trilogy?
So Django got his head cut off by Mace Windu, and Boba fell into the Sarlacc pit.
But didn't it show him coming out with his boot jets? I could have
No.
swore he came out with his boot jets.
So there was always that he survived the Sarlacc pit. He cut his way out of it and survived it. But yeah, but I mean, this is a whole thing. We could just dive into the
Oh
others.
yeah.
Yeah, we could. But according to just what you see in the movies, yeah, he fell into the Sarlacc pit. He was going to get digested slowly over however long it takes the Sarlacc to digest you. So, but what I've read, it's like, oh, his Mandalorian armor would have helped preserve it, or slow it down a little bit for him to get out and whatever. So it's like, but yeah, it's a yeah. So the Mandalorian takes place between Empire and the emergence of the First Order. So this is a new Mandalorian. So
Well,
could it be?
It
Boba?
could be
Yes,
Boba,
but they don't say. So this could be Boba Fett escaping the Sarlacc pit and getting back into bounty hunting. Now his armor, Boba didn't carry an elongated rifle. He carried a shorter one.
Well, maybe he lost it in the Sarlacc.
Maybe.
Maybe he was like, I need a bigger gun so I can survive.
Maybe. So, and he's not flying the Slave One ship. It's a completely different ship. So, like I said, he could have lost it after he died. Someone stole it, whatever.
Yeah.
Deep down, I would like it to be Boba Fett. I really would, deep down. Because,
but even if it's not another bounty hunter to add to the mythos, yeah. I'm down.
Yeah, definitely. Not complaining at all. Sorry to sidetrack, not video game related, right. But
no, the Mandalorian trailer was definitely magic. So yeah. So and that'll lead me into the next
there you go.
The Sims 4 adds Realm of Magic pack. So they haven't added it yet. They announced it. So an unreal world awaits your sim, and when you stumble upon the secret portal, there are mystical discoveries at every turn. Interact with familiars, cast spells on sims around you, and concoct potions for friends and enemies.
Nice.
Learn the craft. Study up on classic teachings, get sorceress experts to train your sim, and become a spellcaster by completing a quest. Collect and cast spells to make sims fight, conjure food, even turn others into objects. So I guess you can get a familiar. When I was watching the trailer, it had like a whole like Harry Potter vibe where you went into a part of town and then you went through a portal, kind of like when you went into the shopping district, the magical shopping district. It's kind of like that. It showed Sims casting spells at each other with wands and whatnot.
I have not touched the Sims in forever.
I want to know if I can take my vampire sim and make him learn magic, because that would just be awesome.
Interesting. I don't know. If they all play well together, it should.
You would think. It doesn't say anything specific about your sim has to be non-vampiric.
So I wonder how it all starts through a portal, not like some envelope arriving. You've been invited.
No, you're an adult going into through the portal and going into the other area that is the magical area. And then I'm assuming after you find the portal that you'll be able just to travel there like you do every other place. But it looked kind of interesting. It was definitely something that got me going, So yeah, you can summon a dragon, fairy, familiar. I mean, it's gonna be crazy when you watch people stream this stuff.
Yeah.
So
interesting. I'll have to take a look at it.
So Path of Exile announces their next expansion pack, and it's called Blight.
Yes, so Path of Exile Blight. You must stop the spread of the deadly blight by building towers and defending against monsters held within its thrall. The expansion looks like it comes out in September, contains Blythe Challenge League, 3 revamped balanced archetypes, and with 3 new support gems, plenty of items, 2 old leagues being integrated into the core game, and focus given to freedom of choice, which aspect of the Path of Exile contain or content you play. Looks like it's a tower defense is being added to it. Now, I really haven't played Path of Exile, but I've definitely seen people stream it.
Yeah, it's a fun game. There are some things about it that I don't really like how they do their currency, which basically is items. So you get items
Yeah.
that you don't use, and you got to give them to merchants, for a lack of a better word, and they give you items back like uh, they'll give you like a piece of a rock that if you get 10 of them and you combine it, then you can take a normal item and make it magical, stuff like that. So you have to get all these items, turn them in, get all these other items that work on gear and stuff so that you can upgrade your gear. And it's like, oh, it's like this convoluted system. Like, just give me some gold and I'll buy what I need to buy. You know,
Yeah.
but
I don't know.
I was watching the trailer for this, and it did look like, so like there's these spores that come out of the ground, and you go to those spores, and you could put like different things on those spores to defend those points,
Mm-hmm.
because those spores attract the bad guys that are attacking you. So they'll go from
Mm-hmm.
spore to spore to spore. So those are the points you want to focus on, like in a tower defense.
Yeah.
So it really depends on how they implement it. They've done a lot of weird things in Path of Exile that haven't really worked out for them. Hopefully, this one works out for them. We'll see.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, the game's still holding on, so I definitely didn't think it would make it this far, to be honest.
They designed the game with longevity in mind. They wanted the game Path of Exile to last forever when they designed it. So, it's a good game. The mechanics of the game when you're actually in it, like they're gonna have new skills and support gems, which the way those work is instead of getting a skill like Fireball, you get a
Mm-hmm.
gem that is a Fireball gem, and you put that into
Okay.
one of your items. So the Fireball one will be red because it's a you know attacking one. So you have to put it into a red gem slot, and then you
Okay.
have supporting gems that like you put it into a support gem that was connected to where you had the Fireball gem, and then that one would say, okay, it's going to whatever projectile you hit, you use. I'm giving you an example because I don't remember exactly what they work, but say it would be when it hits the target, it splits into 2 or 3 pieces and goes out, type of deal. And then
Okay.
you can add another support one that says um, does more damage or something like that to the fire. So that's kind of how they work it. And then those gems, instead of you increasing your skills, you level up the gems. So like the fireball will do more damage as you level it up, type of deal.
Interesting.
So it's definitely got cool mechanics. I just don't like the way they do the currency.
Yeah, that sounds like that could just kill it for me alone, you know.
And it's not like you need the gold or anything, and you don't need to use those things, but
Yeah, I don't know if I got to collect 10 rocks and smash them together to make a big rock, you know, it's like, I don't know if that's something I really want to sit here and grind out, you know.
yeah. And some
You
of
know,
those would be like, so like some of those objects would be change the color of a gem socket. So there's some of them are useful. It's just I'd rather just gather gold and pay for the service at some merchant.
yes, that makes more sense.
Your inventory does become a premium thing in that game really quick.
So I'm assuming to get more inventory space, you got to pay for it.
Ding 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 ding. You're right on the nose.
So yeah, that agitates me all on its own. You know, like come on. you know.
And not with in-game currency either.
Got to use real currency. Yeah, it's kind of like when the Division 2 came out and everyone was like, "Oh my God, why do the pre-order guys that did the digital deluxe edition or gold or what ultimate edition get more inventory space than the regular people?" And I'm like, just give everybody a big inventory and call it good. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, if it's a looter type of game, inventory space is obviously going to become an issue. So,
No, mine's not
and
an issue in Division 2. I don't keep anything that I'm not using.
like so I have another character. So, um, it was before you and I started playing together, and I was getting bored with my regular character because I was like, oh, I can't do anything else right now. So I just wanted to start a new one. So I was funneling gear to the newer character, but
Oh, your chest is
um,
cross account?
yeah.
Okay, I didn't know that.
So, like any extra green items were going in there, any extra 500 gear that I wasn't using, I could funnel over to them, whatever. But, you know, when it comes to like inventory, it's like, come on, man, especially if it's a loot type game, you know, even in WoW, it becomes a pain where it's like, okay, we know there's going to be a whole bunch of new stuff to collect in this expansion. So we're going to give you bigger bags,
Yeah.
you know, it's like,
And they're like 2 or 4 slots bigger each, and you can have 6 on your character, right? And
yep,
8 in your bank.
yep.
So you, and they're not cheap. I mean, it was the first thing when I started playing on your server. The first thing I asked you for,
Bags.
can you give
I
me
need
some
bags.
bags, man? I'm already filling up, dude. This
I need
8 slot
bags.
bag just ain't cutting it. It's like,
Well, that's why I became a tailor. You know, it was like, definitely no bag space is an issue. So,
indeed,
I
it's
mean, I
always been.
remember playing back in vanilla with some of the guys I was in the military with, and we were all horde. And first thing, yeah, well, he did was become a tailor and silk bags, man, silk bags. Here you go, here you go.
Yep, you have to. I mean, if otherwise
Yeah.
you're running out. You're like, I'm full. I can't carry anything. I either got to go back or stop picking things up. It's not fun. It's never
Yes.
fun. Not fun at
Yep.
all. You know, Diablo 3, I don't know if you remember this, but in China or Korea, I can't remember which country, they have microtransactions there, and one of them allows you to buy more storage space for your chest.
What?
Yeah.
Really?
Yep. And people over here were like, "Give us that option. We'll pay you $10 for more storage space."
I
So,
wouldn't, but you know.
I I just make another character, but some people don't want to
Yeah.
have mules, so it's like,
I remember back in the day, I still have my bank alt in on the server we're on in WoW. You know,
I
anything
have
that
one
was.
too on my other server. Yep.
Yep, yep. She sits there in Stormwind at the bank.
It's usually the character that I use to put things on the auction house, especially things that are
Yep,
going to sell really high, and I don't want anybody to know I'm selling it because
yep,
they'll be all butthurt. Didn't you pick that up when we were raiding and everything, or when we were out there in the?
yep,
And I'm like, yeah, but I don't want it, and I want it.
yep.
I'm going to sell it. And they're like, but I could use it on my alt character that I play once every 3 months. No, I'm selling it. But,
Yeah, that's kind of why I did an all. Well, you know, when certain things drop, you know, and there's certain items that I have, like there's certain items I have that are worth a lot of money. So like the necklace from Wrath that used to have that little ghost that followed you around.
oh yeah, I
I
remember that.
have I have that still.
Is it bind, BOE, or is it?
Nope, it's white, but it is. If you look it up, it's one of the most expensive items in WoW, next to like the monocle or whatever. It's a stupid piece that people got during Wrath, the invasion before Wrath hit, you know, and they dropped this haunted necklace, and it was like you leave it in your inventory, and it used to have this ghost fire. Now he just comes up and then disappears. He doesn't follow you around, but
Hmm.
I used to like it because he followed you around, and you know, then they had to break it, made it just he appeared every 15 seconds and disappeared.
Yeah, it's the only way you can make money is to be a little greedy, in that game.
But See, that item's kind of nostalgic because Wrath was when I really came into my own in WoW. So that's back when Warlocks were like OP. They were top of the DPS charts. I was always sought after.
So, speaking of, I know we talked about WoW earlier in Classic.
Sure.
Do we know if they have a roadmap for Classic? Are they going to release the expansions like they did on the other ones? Is that their
Rumor
plan?
has it, yes, but I don't know. I mean, nothing is in concrete, nothing etched in stone yet. But, I'm sure they'll shore that up eventually because people are going to. And, what would be nice is if they would do BC server, a Wrath server, because those are I don't think they would have to do a Cataclysm or whatever server because that's not really what people are like so nostalgic for. They're nostalgic for vanilla, BC, and Wrath. That's pretty much it.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, I enjoyed Cataclysm a lot because that's when my brother and I were in a guild and we were truly progressing. We were, at the bar with all of the other 10 mans, but again, we all had time on our hands because I was in college and he was in college. So I was like, hey, let's just focus on 10-man progression. But now it's like, can't raid. This sucks.
People are going to play WoW Classic. They're going to PvP. And they're going to get stun locked by those stupid stun lock rogues and be like, I'm out. That's what's going to happen. They're going to forget about those stun lock rogues and all those cheesy maneuvers that all the different classes did. And they're... Yeah.
I remember when, for a while there, when rogues were due to carrying maces because that would constantly stun you from behind,
Well, and it was also the mechanic was for the dual wield that your main hand went and it procced the dual wield, right?
Yeah.
So it didn't matter. You'd have the highest damage weapon you could in your offhand and the fastest weapon you could in your main hand so that this one would come down, boom, 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 boom. And you'd be like, oh, geez, yeah.
I remember those days.
It's like,
those were the days that, remember when you and I would stand outside talking, it was like, I miss those type of days. I do, miss that type of build, that type of thought that it cultivated back then. Now it's like, they don't put that thought into it. But back then they did. Well, and that's what made the game great.
Yeah, and there were no... How did they do the skill trees? I'm trying to remember.
I didn't play a rogue back then, so I don't know.
Well, I'm just mean in general. Were there skill trees to start?
Yeah, you had so for a warlock you had the destro, you had the demonology, and you had the affliction tree. So you went down whatever tree because at the very bottom of like destruction you wanted that chaos bolt, So then if you were low on hit, you would go into the tree over here, which I think was demonology, and you take some of the hit from that one, and then you'd have some points, and you put it over here for that.
I forgot all about the stupid hit.
And as you got enough hit, you would free up the points from hit and put it in over here, So it was like, okay, but
that's
forgot. But I kind of miss those days. Not the hit, not the you need this much hit or you're missing all the time because that really sucked. But
are they bringing it back to that? You think where they're?
I think so. I think it's going back to that.
All right, we're gonna have to try it and maybe stream it just to see what it's all about. Maybe Wednesday night if you're free, we'll do it.
Should be. No, I'm going to Colorado. Remember?
Oh, that's right.
Tuesday's that thing, and then I'm back on Friday.
Yeah.
So yeah.
All right, so let's get to the last news. Bit today, and that is Kerbal Space Program 2 announced. It was announced at Gamescon. Kerbal Space Program 2 is the sequel to the acclaimed spaceflight simulation game Kerbal Space Program from Star Theory and Private Division. So if you're not familiar with Kerbal, basically you build your rockets, you build your everything. So if you want to take a drone up to space, if you can design it and make it happen, then you can do it. But it's kind of based off of real world physics. I don't know if it's exact. You would think
Okay.
that it's a kind of a more fun game because if you look at it, it's got like green guys and they look kind of like
Oh
aliens instead
yeah,
of
yeah. I remember
so.
this now.
But I've got a friend. People might know him as Meep on my stream from before, but he loved Kerbal Space Program, and he'd be telling me how he would be designing his rocket, and he would go up and start to wobble and fall over, and it took him like weeks to figure out how to design the proper rocket and then have it land and all these things with the space shuttle and yeah, so it can get really in depth the way he made it sound. So
Looks like it.
could be a cool game. Could be a cool game. I don't know.
Sounds like it. I don't know, but yeah.
I don't know if it's my thing.
I don't think so. I mean, if I could get my hands on it for free, I'd play it, but I don't think I'm going to spend money on it.
You might be able to get the first one free coming up after this one launches. They might give it away on the
Maybe.
PS Plus
Maybe.
or something. But yeah. All right, so last thing we have is this week's game releases.
Yes.
Decay of Lagos. I don't know how they say that. Comes out August 27th on Xbox One, PS4, Switch, and PC. This one I got my eyes on this last week, and I'm really interested in it. If the game that's coming out that I'm going to list last wasn't coming out, I'd probably get this and try it. But it looks like it has the look and aesthetics of Zelda with its own thing. It's not like the game we talked about last week where it's a Zelda clone. It's nothing like that. It has the look kind of like Zelda. Plays
Breath
kind
of
of
the Wild.
yeah, plays kind of like Dark Souls, and it just looks interesting. It's made by a four-man team. I should say four-person team. I don't know the genders. Four-person team, and it looks really interesting to me. So, August 27th, like I said.
Okay.
Then the Dark Pictures, Man of Medan, August 30th on PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC. We covered this before. It's kind of a horror game. It looks like a film that you're in type of deal.
Yep.
Control comes out August 27th, so that'll be this Tuesday. Xbox One, PS4, and PC.
Mm-hmm.
Blair Witch comes out August 30th on Xbox One and PC. That's another horror game.
Yep.
Ancestor, the Humankind Odyssey, the game made by, if I'm remembering correctly, one of the originators of the Assassin's Creed series.
Okay.
And you start out as an ape. I don't know if you progress to a human. I don't know. But anyways, it's Ancestors, the Humankind Odyssey, comes out on August 27th on PC. I'm kind of surprised that it's not coming out on more platforms. I figured Xbox One, PS4, but when I looked it up, I didn't see that it was coming out on those. So maybe later date, maybe not at all. Not sure.
Looks like you. All the stuff it's showing looks like you don't. You might make it to like the Neanderthal or something. I don't know.
Neanderthal, yeah, I don't know. It's kind of. But either way, it's kind of interesting because I saw an ape or a chimpanzee attacking a leopard or something. I'm like, what?
Yeah, he's got a sharp stick. You know, I'm like, okay, this is kind of like Nat Geo-ish.
Yeah.
But actually, I don't even think he gets to the home or the Neanderthal. I still think it's in those early on phases that I don't know they're.
Yeah, it might stick with the chimpanzees. I'm not sure, and it, maybe the next one goes further. But,
interesting.
Yeah, it seemed like
Astral Chain.
Yep, that's the one I'm looking forward to. You know this because I always bring this up, and I'm even more hyped about this because I saw some people talking about it that had hands-on, and they said that everything they said was like yes, yes, yes. It was checking all these boxes for me. It's a Platinum game. And Platinum Games says that this is like the culmination of all their combat from all their other games has come to this. And so I'm really looking forward to it. But Astral Chain, August 30th on the Switch. And you'll be seeing videos for that one for sure. I'll be definitely doing at least the first look. and probably doing Let's Plays on Astral Chain when it comes out on Friday.
Sounds good.
I'll be playing the heck out of it.
Yeah, sounds good. Comes out Friday. Yep.
Yep. So that's I've got for me. I've got some more Trails of Cold Steel coming out. I'm going to be working on the September release video.
Yep.
I'm going to be going to Astral Chain. If anybody wants to see Remnant from the Ashes, let me know. I'll do videos on that. But right now I'm trying to focus on Trails of Cold Steel until Astral Chain comes out, and then that'll probably be my focus. And then after that one, Borderlands 3.
Yep.
So
that'll be a good one.
Yep, and you said you've got some Red Dead 2 and some more.
Well, I'm gonna see how Oblivion does and Origin does, and if it does well, then I'll do some more. But if not, I'll probably just focus on Red Dead for a while until something else catches my eye.
Borderlands.
Yeah, probably. Like I said, it's all for me. It's all building up to when Star Wars releases their game. So, yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to that. And then, of course, Mandalorian comes out around Thanksgiving time. So,
yeah, it was November something, right?
Yep. I think it's like the week of Thanksgiving it comes out. So,
are they launching that when Disney Plus launches, or is Disney Plus launching it?
I don't know.
We got to Google. Disney Plus release date. It's hard to type when you're hunched over sideways. Stay updated about it. November 12th. So I think that is the date that The Mandalorian launches. So
I thought it was The Mandalorian launched the 20th.
The 20th?
I thought that's what it was.
Maybe. It's saying 78 days, 7 hours,
oh, no,
41
first
minutes.
episode's the 12th. Yeah, so the day the Plus launches is the day that the first, or is when The Mandalorian starts. So.
Yeah. So they're going to have Disney, Pixar, Marvel, Star Wars, National Geographic on this. It's going to be pretty awesome. I'm definitely going to be picking this up as another streaming service. I might have to drop something. But we'll see. Looks like it's $6.99 a month though, so that's not too bad.
Yeah, it's not bad. No, not at all. Not for what you're getting.
Yeah, that could be interesting. I wonder what it would be when you add the Hulu in it if they do that. So yeah, $70 per year, and you get. Yeah, I'm down. Definitely down. You know, I'm curious with that merger when they got Fox, right? So Disney got Fox. Yep. Everybody was talking about Marvel and all that stuff, but Fox has all kinds of shows that are not running anymore. One of them is X-Files.
Yep.
Are they going to relaunch all these series?
Well, remember they did that short that short mini series where Mulder and Scully came back around.
And they were trying to get the new generation up and running, but I don't think it took off. I watched it. I enjoyed it, but...
So did I. And I had my fingers crossed hoping that it would catch the spark and then they would, redo X-Files. But I just don't think it quite captured.
Yeah, it didn't. But if Disney got their hands on it, imagine what they could do with it. That could be hot.
Milk it like they do Star Wars, I mean...
Maybe put it in the Marvel universe or something. That'd be kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Nah, I don't know. It wouldn't fit. It wouldn't fit if you know the storyline.
Yeah, I mean, I love Star Wars. I just don't like it being in the hands of Disney. I mean, that's just me. But
you didn't like the first Star Wars? You didn't like Rogue One?
I loved Rogue One. I just don't like the idea of Star Wars being in the hands of Disney.
Oh,
I mean, that's just...
Gotcha.
They're taking something I love and turning it into a cash cow. I mean, that's my problem. I mean,
but we might not have got the 3, 4, or 5 movies that we've gotten so far if Disney hadn't.
Yes, of course. So of course they have the assets and the resources to release it. A Star Wars movie a year to where Lucas just didn't by himself, but. Again, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. It's just one of those things. I have a love-hate thing for Disney. It's it's one of those things.
I feel you. I feel you. All right, so let's end this episode with a question. I'll let you answer it, then I'll answer it, and then everybody else out there answer this question in the comments. Borderlands 3, what class you gonna play?
I
Or what
honestly haven't put
character?
a lot of thought into what I'm gonna play.
Nope, you gotta choose now. Now.
I don't know. I don't know. I liked the Gunzerk from the second one. That was, um, I don't know.
They don't really have a Gunzerker from what I've seen. They have a soldier in Zane.
Yeah.
They have a pet class in Flak.
Yep. They got Gunner, Operative, Siren, and Beastmaster.
Yeah, the gunner is the one with the mech. That one could be interesting. Maz.
Oh yeah, I saw her. Yeah, that would be fun. I might have to try her. That or I don't know. That or maybe the Beastmaster. I don't know.
Oh, I'm going Flak for sure. I'm gonna roll with Flak and see where it goes. Uh, that's
But
gonna
yeah,
be the first one. I mean, I'm gonna play them all. You gotta try them
yeah.
all. But when I start, it's gonna be Flak.
I know in the first one I predominantly was a soldier. So, um, but yeah, and the second one was definitely the Gunzerker. I loved the hell out of that one. I touched the other ones, but didn't get as much enjoyment out of it. So
I think Mose, or however you say her name, she's kind of like the soldier in this one, and the mech is like a mobile turret that other people can also jump onto and fire as well.
I think so. I don't know. I mean, it's all I saw was the video. I haven't seen any gameplay from Moe's at all.
I
So
have,
I don't
yeah.
know.
It's like so when you hit your special, you go into the mech, and all you see is like a HUD, and you're going around. So it's
See,
so
that'll be fun.
yeah. I'm gonna try
I might have
Flak
to
and
try that one.
her, and whichever one is the most fun, I'll stick with. But yeah.
Sounds good.
So, yep. Let us know in the comments what you guys are going to be playing Borderlands 3 when it does come out on August or September 13th. I will be streaming that a lot for the week to come. So, if you guys have it on PC and you want to play, hit me up with a. I'm going to be on the Epic Game Store. So, whatever they use there for friends, let me know and we'll hook up and you guys can play and we'll have some fun with it.
Yeah, I'll be there with you. So,
Yeah, that'll
um,
be good times. You taking time
mhm.
off like me, or you're not that crazy?
I'm still tossing that idea around. We'll have to see what the schedule looks like. So, if I can, I will.
Yeah, my schedule's always busy at work, so it's just a matter of getting enough heads up for them to know that I won't be around for a week. That yeah.
Yeah, I'm basically trying to save up enough time off so
Uh,
for the holiday season. So I don't want to cash in too much of it, but we'll see.
I have like 90 hours that I have to spend by the end of the year, so.
Oh yeah, that's what 90 hours. That's a little over
2 weeks.
2 weeks. Yeah.
So, and if I wanted to, I could go even more than that. But that's just what I have to, because I'll be over that time if I don't use it.
Oh yeah. I see. Mine's use or lose, so I have to burn it all or I lose it. So
Oh,
I try to take off the week of Thanksgiving and I try to take off the week of Christmas usually.
so
So I
yours
just
yours doesn't roll over to the next year?
nope.
Oh wow.
I don't work for the state, so it's those where I'm like
Yeah.
you know
I got you know how it works. I got 320 banked, and this will be over that if I don't use it. So I usually try to use whatever I need to, and then go like a week over to that, so that when I go into the next year, I don't have to worry about it as much to start the year. But towards the end of the year, I got to burn because they won't pay you.
yes, you just lose it. So for me, I have to burn it all. My floating holidays, my PTO. The only thing I don't have to worry about is sick time. Sick time, I have unlimited sick time. So, um,
Unlimited?
mhm.
That's nice.
Yeah, if we're caught, but if we're caught abusing it, we get cut loose. So
Well, I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure that's with like. Yeah, they'd be like, you haven't showed up for 3 months. You have no doctor's note. See ya.
yeah. So basically, it's like a week, you know, before they're saying, "Where's your doctor's note?" But, um, you know, I have been there almost 3 years. Haven't called in sick once. It's like I don't get sick ever. But yeah, so you're obviously gonna do the Beastmaster, so I'll probably do the Gunner, and we can run that way.
Sounds good. That's how we get start for sure. So, all right. So until next week, this has been the Gaming Watch Weekly, Static Buzz and Oz. Until next week, take care. Bye bye now. We are out.
See you guys later. Thanks for watching.